Hey guys, I'm here with Michael Epstein of Chase Lawyers. We're here at Driven Music Conference in Atlanta. You gave an amazing panel yesterday, and so I just want to, hear from you. Not only are you an entertainment lawyer, but you're also an artist.
Yes.
So I'd like to know, what's kind of the main problem or struggle that you see aspiring artists going through?
A lot of the times artists have the misconception that they don't need to formalize anything until they've had a certain measure of commercial success. And that's really a huge mistake on their part. What they should understand, and if I have to drive one point home, with this interview, it's artists, please get on your paperwork immediately. From the second you start your group, the second that you think about forming a company, that's the time that you actually need a lawyer. So from the beginning, before you get in the studio, before you make one song, contact an attorney so that you can start the right way, and that you're not in a position later down the line to come to us and have us backtrack, because it's much more sticky on going backwards.
What's the most common legal issue you find with aspiring artists?
Right. So the most common legal issue is that a lot of the artists don't own the content that they think they own. Right, and all of that has to do with copyright law and the transfer of copyrights and how that happens by way of the paperwork. So whether it's an artist getting a musician to play on a sound recording without having signed a work for hire, or an artist getting a model to be in their video without a work for hire or audiovisual release, which has to do with more personality rights, a lot of the times the artists have the understanding, or actually, the misunderstanding, that if they pay for content, it's theirs and they own it. But actually, when it comes to legal intellectual property, everything has to be traced through a chain of title that's documented through legal documents.
Mm-hmm. So something I love so much about your background is that you are a lawyer and an artist, which for most of us, you kind of think that's like left brain and right brain. How did you come to being an attorney?
All right. Well, I was always, I'm a DJ still, DJ Mix, and I'm in a group called Kings and Pharaohs, my music group. So I have a musical background and a background in musical performance. But I realized at the end of the day that, as with any entertainer, you have to have some kind of an additional credential, not only to maneuver strategically as a professional, but also to give you some wiggle room, if you don't want to perform until you're 50 or 60 or whatever, you have to have some kind of liberty to just be a little bit more mobile as a professional. And I felt like, a lot of us as artists, we spend the most money on our lawyers, and that's usually, I guess it goes hand in hand, the area that we know least about. But actually, it's the sharpest sword that we can have in our in our sheath, so to speak. So the best thing to do, artists, is get educated. Educate yourselves. You don't have to go to law school necessarily, but at least become savvy with respect to the business that you're doing, because this is the music business after all, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And something I'd like to add to that is that I think a lot of times artists might feel a little intimidated. I'm sure you run into this a lot, where they feel intimidated to come meet with you. Maybe they don't feel ready yet. But what I really love about Chase Lawyers is that they make everything so easy to understand, step by step, simple, and I think coming from an artist yourself, that really translates well. So yeah, but thank you so much for your time. Michael Epstein of Chase Lawyers, everyone.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.